What do you guys stand on that whole Louis
Here's the
C.K.?
thing. There's comics. We all knew this shit long before the world did. We all knew it. Everybody knew. Like, you didn't have anybody actually say, "Yeah, he did it. I seen him do it." But like everybody was like, "Yeah, Louis likes to jerk off in front of women." Yeah, Cosby rapes women. Like, Cosby drugs women and rapes women. Everybody be like, "Come on, get the hell out of here!"
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, seriously. That's
But
what
it was
he
all
does.
floating around.
It was just comedy folklore. Like, you knew it. Nobody said. Hannibal was like one of the first people to actually say it to the public.
Right.
And that's how it brought hold. And
The
thank
Cosby
God
thing.
He
He broke it. Yeah,
And
yeah.
thank God he did. That bastard was going around doing that for that long.
Yeah.
He's the reason why he went down.
Yeah, Hannibal
Yeah.
Buress, man. He dropped the bomb.
Yeah,
And
but like,
Well, to be honest, to be honest, America failed. I'm gonna blame y'all white people for this. Not straight up.
How is
Because
white people's fault?
Because we love him.
Let me
We
finish.
embrace
And you go, how many years ago? I think wasn't Bill Cosby on Larry King talking to Sofia Vergara, talking about how if he puts a pill in your drink, it was on television. He said it on television.
yeah, but he was on Larry King.
That's right.
Nobody saw it.
We don't watch that.
Nobody
We
saw
watch
it.
Telemundo and shit.
That's Jews.
We watch Telemundo, bro.
Sabato Gigante, you got some beautiful women on Sabato
Oh, I just watch the weather. I love the weather on the Telemundo.
Sure you do.
I do all my weather in Celsius now. It's amazing.
That is one hell of a weather channel.
There was you hear all these stories, and there's a buttload of stories about a buttload of people that the world don't know about yet. But it's not surprising because there's a lot of weirdos in this business. A lot of weirdos.
To me, with Louis, though, do you think, because last time he performed here,
Yeah.
somebody taped it, it went viral, he got a lot of negative feedback. Do you think he will ever be forgiven and truly accepted
I
back?
think eventually he will be forgiven. Like, all right, so T.J. Miller, right?
Right.
He's a comedian. He's been in all these movies now and everything like that. He's got 5 different sexual assault charges against him. He made a bomb threat on a train or plane or some shit. So he's got a movie coming out.
Yeah, they forgave him, yeah.
You're forgiving him.
Right.
Louis didn't hurt anybody. He just beat off.
He always asked for permission,
Right.
too.
He asked them, see, that's why you got to have it on tape. He's like, is it okay if I masturbate in front of you?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Now it's okay. And then
Right,
you go
right.
to
And then
town.
you go to town.
And those are the only people he did it in front of. Like the other one he was on the phone with. Really? You got offended because Louis was...
You need to start being like the police with the body cams.
Yeah,
exactly.
Record.
I had a consensual affair with Salma Hayek. I don't know if a lot of people.
I know about her.
You just want to
I know
get that.
about
That was a while ago, and she said I was
Hayek?
the best lover she ever had, but that wasn't widely reported.
The thing I liked about the whole Louis situation, and maybe I got it wrong, but I kind of was under the impression that Louis, he fessed up about it and wrote letters to these women like way before it came out in the news.
Yeah.
Like he was sitting around one day and he was like, you know what?
I was messed up, yeah.
Maybe that was something. Maybe they felt like they had to say yes. Like it just hit him one day, and he was like, and he reached out, and I feel like he made it right. So
I think so, too.
Like
I
to
think
me,
so too. But again, that's up to the general public. He didn't, like I said, he didn't rape anybody, or he didn't but that doesn't mean that what he did wasn't bad. It's still
Not
bad.
like Matt Lauer.
But
I mean,
right.
with the lock.
Yeah.
And nobody
Yeah.
knew he had a lock on the
Yeah.
door.
Right.
I'm like,
It's
what's
totally
his name?
different.
Harvey
Weinstein.
Well, he's
Yeah.
the worst of them.
stuff like those guys should be put under the jail.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where they
yeah.
should be. And it's sad. I'm gonna get into the whole this thing. When that Harvey Weinstein thing came out, I was sitting talking with a woman that I'm friends with, and it was what's her face went up to his room, and it was just him and her, and she said, well, what did she expect was gonna happen? And I said she expected to have a meeting with one of her peers,
Right.
and not have to worry about
Right.
getting sexually assaulted or raped. And then it like hurt my heart that this woman said this. Like that's the culture that we live in. That like
Right.
if you go in a room with a man and it's just you and him,
Yeah.
you better get ready for penis
Yeah.
because it's coming. And it's okay. And it's not supposed to be like that. So like I said, Louis, he asked those girls for permission. Maybe they felt like they had to because he was Louis C.K.
Yeah.
and
Right,
everything
right.
like that. I feel bad for them that they had to see that, chubby little thing covered in red pubes and beating on
A
it.
chubby little thing.
But in the corporate world, I mean, I work in the corporate world, and you can't enter the hotel room of another employee. If
Yeah.
you're traveling at a convention or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
because sometimes I help people with their laptops, we have to meet in a public place. I cannot enter the
down in
room
the-
of a
in the
female
lobby.
employee.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the
I
tone.
mean,
of
I'm a
yeah.
consultant for computers. I have to be able to get to the computer.
But then again,
They could
again,
But
accuse you.
we have to do it in a
Yeah,
public
that's how
place.
our
It protects both of you.
That's how
Yeah.
our culture is.
Yeah.
That you can't, a woman can't feel safe going into a room with a
Right.
man there and being alone with that man because she's afraid. Not she's afraid, but it's the guy's locker room thing where she
No.
came in and I
Yeah,
threw
yeah.
my dick at her and look.
Right.
No, that's not how it is. At some point you have to realize that your mother's a woman, your sister's a woman,
Yep, you gotta
your
respect
wife is a
them.
woman. And if somebody did that to them, if my mom was like, "My God, I went to the room and the guy can't," I'd be like, "Where is he?" I'm like, "Over there,"
Yeah.
and I would cut that dick off and shove it up his
Where is
ass.
he? Yeah.
Right. So
Can I just tell you from a woman's point of view?
Yeah,
It's scary for me to be home alone and someone comes to my door.
of course.
Oh,
It
sure.
doesn't even matter,
Right.
know.
Right.
But if a guy asks me, if a top executive, even in the acting world, thank God I didn't have to go through that crap with casting couches and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But if a guy asked me to come to to do a photo shoot or something alone,
Yeah.
I bring someone.
Yeah.
Sure, of
I'm,
course.
I'm
you
always
can't-
nervous.
And that's sad.
That's
a
sad, but
commentary
it's a good thing
that's
that you're
how it is.
doing
Of
that.
Right,
course.
exactly.
And that's why
it's
it has
sad
to be,
it has to be, but it's
it
good
has
that
to be
she's-
made more. Everyone has to be made more aware of it so that it doesn't happen like that.
But 20 years ago, when I used to travel with coworkers, we used to go into each other's rooms all the time.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like one person would check in quick, and I would just, we put all the luggage in one room. Now you can't do anything like that. You're not allowed to enter the room of another employee.
Yeah, a few
Crazy.
years ago, I used to go into the rooms and masturbate with no problems. And
Yeah.
now all of a sudden,
And raid
Now
the
it's a
mini
problem.
bar.
Now all of a sudden you
You
can't.
never raid the mini bar? Just jerking off one hand, chugging jack
yeah,
the
those are
other.
the
You know,
good old days.
you know where it's a
Now?
big problem though. On a lot of companies, they don't just fly executives on private aircraft. They fly mid-level employees, and some of the jets have staterooms. So who gets the stateroom and
Oh,
who's on the
yeah.
couch for an overnight flight to Europe?
Right.
So it's supposed to be the highest ranking person, but there's a little, and now you're in the air. There is no
Right.
where you're gonna go. There's no one to call. You're in the air.
It just this whole it's just complicating everything. This whole this
Scary.
PC. It's for a reason, but it's a shame.
But I honestly
yeah.
don't feel different 10 years ago than I do now. It's not like worse for me. I've
Right.
always felt like that. I'm a tiny woman,
Right.
and I'm always going to be nervous if I'm alone with a man in the room. you know?
Yeah.
But what if you were on a private plane with another male employee
I have
going
been.
to Europe, right? So what
I
do you?
have been.
That's
It's going to be
What
part
the
of
hell
my.
you two doing? You going on private
I
planes?
know. I want.
No,
I couldn't even get a flight to Indianapolis. I had to drive there. You bring guys to fly on private jets.
I was a flight attendant. It's going to be part of my
oh, you were a flight attendant.
bit, but I
yeah.
also flew on private corporate jets.
Yep.
And thank goodness, just the pilots were worse than anything. The pilots.
pilots,
The
yeah.
pilots. But that's going to be part of my act now, so I don't want to.
As soon as I get $6 million, I'm done with the airlines. I'm gonna have my own plane.
There you go.
How much
Same
longer
here.
do you
No,
have?
when we go to New Jersey gigs, Tony, no more bridges. We fly right over the traffic.
I'm with you. When I get my $6 million, I'm right there with you. We'll have our.
I'm gonna buy a Piaggio Avante, Italian plane.
Nice.
The
There you
Goose,
go, nice.
it's an Italian turboprop.
That's so nice. Well,